It is shocking, is it not, that people like the Conservative MP Andrew Percy, Labour MPs Charlotte Nichols, Dame Margaret Hodge should all have to change their security arrangements simply because of a rise in anti-Semitism across the UK and particularly in London. It's extraordinary that people are so bigoted and blind and blinkered that they are unable to see the difference between Israel and Judaism, and the difference between questioning the decisions of Netanyahu and the lurch into blind anti-Semitism. Even today, I saw some comments, and I was a little bit alarmed, and then they disappeared. Thankfully, I was quite relieved they disappeared. Where people were confusing the idea of being Jewish and being Israeli. The two things are not necessarily synonymous, though I think it's wonderful that there is a country where Jews have a right of return, particularly as we come towards this the remembrance of Holocaust Day tomorrow, and I think it's important that that we recognise that, at the same time as also recognising the increasingly international calls to Netanyahu and his government to take more care to avoid any suggestion of genocide, and to pull back from this aggressive and thoughtless land attack across Gaza, because it's not going to be successful, and it is punishing the innocent as well as the wicked, and that isn't civilized. But that is not what it means to be Jewish. It is what it means to be a particular group in Israel. And we don't condemn Britain because we might condemn a particular manifestation of power in the current Conservative Party. We don't define people. We don't define a nation and a group of people simply because we don't like particular politicians or particular political decisions, or we shouldn't. We should be able to see a difference. And Britain's Jewish community has recorded 2,000 anti-Semitic incidents across the country since October the 7th. That's 2,000 too many, is it not? It's outrageous. This has been an explosion of anti-Semitism because people are too stupid to distinguish between what it is to be Jewish and what it is to be Israeli, and even there, what it is to be a particular type of Israeli who supports Netanyahu. And Israel was attacked in the most ferocious way on October the 7th. And it seems perfectly right that a country which is attacked by terrorists should respond. I then go on to say that I think the response of Netanyahu was foolish, and the collective punishment which he has effectively indulged is, I think, wrong. But at the same time, the failure in so many cases to see a distinction between the Palestinians and Hamas, to see a distinction between Islam and Hamas, to see, it's a lack of nuance, and that nuance is really important. And at no point should we ever countenance anti-Semitism. And I think it's so important to recognise the history, not to be desensitized by current events to anti-Semitic abuse, and to work for peace, not in some absurd, cheap idea of an imposed pause or an imposed stop. This isn't peace. Peace is a settlement which allows neighbouring communities to grow together and to forge links together. That is what peace is. Peace is not a pause, and peace is not a ceasefire. Peace is a clear objective. Now, there may be pauses, there may be ceasefires which are part of that process, but to see the goal as a ceasefire, to see the goal as a pause, is to be blind to the reality. The goal is peace. The goal is to see the recreation of a stable and secure Israel and a stable and secure Palestine. And the international community needs to support both of those.